It's great that it's not raining today.
Exactly. So Austin Buettner, the superintendent, he's making this point that 90% of the district's money comes from Sacramento. And when we've seen some of these teacher strikes that you've helped organize around the country, many of them have been at state capitals, not at district offices. Why are you focused on the district and not Sacramento?
Well, we're focused on both. But, you know, I think, and I'm glad, you know, that the superintendent appreciated the frustration today of the teachers. I wish he had done that a little bit more for the last 21 months that we've been bargaining, and it didn't take a strike. No teacher, let me say this more than anything else, no teacher wants to be on strike. It is the frustration of not being able to deal with the hidden crises like homelessness, with the fact that 82% of our kids in LA are poor or kids of color, and we need to actually deal with kids right now. So Austin Buettner is a little late to the game. The LA teachers have been fighting in Sacramento for years and will go on buses and fight in Sacramento. We've collected 890,000 signatures to get a ballot initiative to get more funds, state funds. But the bottom line is the school system itself, $7.5 billion school system, has a $2 billion surplus. And no one in Sacramento is going to look at this city, LA, and say, we're giving you more money, unless the city itself, unless the school district itself with a $2 billion surplus actually deals and tries to respond to the needs that children have.
And you know, and the governor's budget actually does give more money.
140 million.
Yeah. So what is this really about? Because some believe that this is really about charters and about the future of education in this city and about who's going to control it. And that some people feel that the union views the charters as a threat to public education and a threat to their own power. How do you respond to that?
All right. Well, number one, accelerated charter schools are on strike today because the teachers there have had a huge turnover and want very much to do what we need to do for all kids in LA. And this notion of charters versus public schools is actually something that the Charter School Association has done when they hijacked essentially what charter schools were supposed to be, which is incubators for other public schools. The bottom line is this, and this is from someone who actually runs a charter school in New York that has had between a 95 and 100% graduation rate. Charter schools are part of public schooling. But in this city and in this state, charter schools have been the priority, even though in the lowest performing list right now, 8 of the lowest performing schools in LA are charter schools. We need neighborhood public schools to be the priority. And kids need to have guidance counselors and nurses, and teachers need smaller class sizes. That's what this strike is about.
The district says we're ready to negotiate. Why isn't there negotiations happening today?
Well, look at what happened last week. The district, Austin Buettner said he was going to be at the 3 negotiating sessions last week. He showed up on Monday. He went to Sacramento on Wednesday instead of showing up at the negotiating table. And on Friday, instead of showing up at the negotiating table, he made a proposal in public, which any negotiator knows is the way of basically saying, I'm not interested. So the bottom line is we need to negotiate. They need to be at the table. But being at the table is one thing. Solving problems when you have a $2 billion surplus and the governor has just given us $140 million, kids can't wait. We need guidance counselors in schools right now. We need nurses in schools right now. We need to lower class sizes so that teachers can actually meet the needs of kids.
All right. Well, let's hope there's a resolution to this soon, because obviously the kids are hopefully everybody's priority.
The kids need it. We need it. We want to be back in school.
Yeah, and your presence here is proof of how important this is nationwide also as well.
The world is watching.
All right, Randi Weingarten, thank you very much. We're now going to